Hello, my name is Shamni Kamlasan, Assistant Head Secondary for Teaching and Learning. In the heart of KTJ, we believe sharing good practices is the cornerstone of professional development. Our dedicated team has crafted a focused feedback model designed to support our busy teachers in sharing and celebrating their achievements. In this video, two of our amazing teachers and teaching and learning ambassadors, Tom and Vino, will be modeling the feedback session for us.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Vino. Thanks for letting me come and see your lesson the other day.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And look,
I was being loud.
No. You were fantastic. So, am I right in thinking that you've seen that class? Maybe this is your second time?
Yes, this is my second time.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, okay, on that note, then I'm super impressed with how you started the lesson, and that's where I want to begin actually with my feedback. Mm-hmm. Your routine at the door was excellent. Like, it was really good. It was obvious that you had spent some time prior to the lesson really thinking about what your expectations are and what the learning experience of a student was going to look like in your room, right? How do you want the students to behave and so on? Yeah.
Yes, because this is one thing that I noticed would help the students be mentally and physically prepared. So if I stop them at the door and then I ask them to put their device in the bag and then get ready for the class, and then they come in, they put their bags in the bag, because obviously it's a lab, isn't it? And then they come and they sit down. By the time they do that, I'll take their attendance and they know that they are ready for lesson. And I know that I've done what I have to do, which is the registration, and then the lesson can start.
Yeah, and exactly that whole, you've already thought about that first 5 minutes and what that's going to look like, right? And, what are my students doing? What am I doing? How am I going to maintain control of the learning environment? Those first 5 minutes are like crucial as well. So you did that excellently. I'd actually refer to page 38 and 39 in the WalkThrus book, where it talks about setting expectations. I think you follow through all those steps really well. So you decided your expectations beforehand, obviously. They were clearly communicated. So you had the students lining up and you were very clear with your voice. When you come in, this is what we're going to do, followed by this, followed by this. These are my instructions, these are my expectations. And that was super clear. And then not only that, to make a good technique even better, you reinforced your expectations via another method of signal, pause, insist. So when the students weren't fully listening to you and they were lining up, you didn't continue giving instruction while they were talking. You stopped and you did your countdown, exactly. Once they'd stopped talking, you continued with giving your really clear instructions again. So I thought that was excellent. So that's page 40, 41, signal, pause, insist.
It's working well at the moment. So I just hope that it will stay as such. Moving forward, I don't want to do this. I don't want to stand there and wait. And I'm trying to reduce the time taken for me to prepare them before they enter the class, so they can focus more on teaching instead of that.
Exactly. Brilliant. It's really, really good. Now, in terms of what we can do next, I think you've got a really quick win here, which is how can you strengthen what you're already doing by using something called positive framing? I'm not sure if that's something you've come across before, but essentially it's affirming positive responses that you see in your students. So who's getting it right? And am I being explicit about that? Am I calling that out? But also it can be a technique to pick up on when students aren't getting it right and they're not meeting your expectation. You can redirect behavior, but in a positive way. So we'll give you some examples of this. Again, yes. Page 42 and 43 in the WalkThrus book is excellent for looking into this in a bit more detail.
Positive framing. Yeah.
Positive framing. So what that might look like, in fact, let's have a look at the page together just very quickly, 42 and 43. So you've already established your expectations, you're step one done already. Mm-hmm. Now it's about affirming positive responses first. Mm-hmm. So it talks about in here, using phrases like, thanks for an excellent response packing up the equipment from this group and from this group. So you're pointing out either individuals or particular groups of students who are doing what you want them to do. And you're verbally recognizing their good behavior. Yeah, exactly. And then it can talk about actually framing correction as positive reinforcement. So then the next stage of this is you can identify students who aren't getting it right, and then frame in a statement how they might adjust their behavior appropriately. So the example in here that's quite nice is, instead of saying, Sean and Mo, stop talking and turn around, you say, Sean and Mo, I'd like you both looking this way and listening. Thanks.
Right. Re-emphasizing on the expectation, but in a positive.
In a positive way, right. And when you're doing that with other students, you're already saying like, oh, Ben, you're listening really well, thank you. Sean and Mo, I like you listening, thanks. Both sound positive, right?
Yes.
But one of them was a student was getting it right and you're affirming that. And the other one is students were getting it wrong and you're redirecting.
Right.
Right.
Okay, that'll be good. That can help to save my time as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just going to make what you're doing, your expectations and your routines, even more embedded and even more routine, right? It's going to click. Every lesson, students are going to do that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's be a bit more specific about your class now.
Okay.
So if you want to do some positive framing, a couple of things to think about. Firstly, what is that going to look like in your lesson? And then secondly, maybe we can practice doing some of that as well.
Okay.
So just to give you a little bit of a more of a focus on this, what I thought you could do is maybe choose like your top 3 expectations, because we've probably got a list of 20 expectations, right?
Yes.
But for that first part of the lesson where students are coming in, what are your top 3 expectations? Maybe we can decide that now.
Right. Main one is about the device. I really want their handphones to be in their bag. I want their books to be in their hand. And they are properly attired. Now we are strengthening the discipline, students' attire and stuff. So those are the 3 things that I want to work on.
So the students turning up prepared, their devices in their bags, correct attire.
Correct attire.
They're equipped for learning as well.
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Right, so maybe what we can do then, focus on those 3 expectations. I want you to make a point now of in your next few lessons with that class, you're going to do that positive framing thing. All right? Each time, so for the first time, let's say you see those 3 things being done correctly, find a student who's doing it right and say in front of everyone so they can all hear.
Mention the student's name.
Yeah, student's name, that's brilliant, thanks. Right? And do that for those 3 expectations. Find 3 different students, make it really clear.
Okay.
If you spot any students who aren't meeting those expectations, have a go at trying to redirect the behavior in a positive way.
Positive way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to see you doing this next time, thanks. Yeah, it would be great if you had your device in your bag, thanks. Right?
Yes.
That kind of thing.
Nice.
So I've given you a couple of practice ones. Maybe shall we do a couple more practice ones together as well? So for devices, student walks to your lesson, device in hand, what kind of thing might you say?
Okay, Andrea, please put your device in your bag. Thanks. Would that be okay?
Yeah. So you're being polite, please, thanks, that's all good. I think you can be a little bit more firm while still being positive. You don't necessarily need the please, actually. I'd like to see your device in your bag, thanks. Yeah, because it's an expectation rather than an option that the student has. You have to meet this expectation. Yeah, you're not asking, exactly. Okay, what about students who are getting it right? So yeah, the students are all lined up, ready to go in. One student is there, shirt tucked in, device in the bag, standing, waiting, quiet, ready to go.
Right, okay. Sean, good job over there. Your device is in your bag. Your shirt is all tucked up. Well done.
Okay, what I love about what you just did is you were very, very clear about what Sean was getting right.
Okay.
And actually the positivity came out more naturally that time as well.
Yeah.
And the students are going to get that though. They're going to sense that and go, oh wow, look at what Sean did. Miss Vino really appreciates Sean's behavior right now. I want to do that too. It's very infectious, isn't it? When even as adults, when other people get praise, it's like, what did they do to get that praise? I kind of want to have some of that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, brilliant.
Do that.
So
That's nice. That's nice.
shall we summarize very quickly? What were your 3 expectations?
Device in the bag,
Device in the bag,
attire,
attire,
and then what is that? Equip for the class.
equip for the class. So all their materials, books, pens, all that kind of stuff. All right. And you're going to be checking those 3 things and doing some positive framing.
Framing,
Okay,
and then they'll enter the class.
brilliant. Can I come and see your lesson again in like a couple of weeks and see how that is?
You're most welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Vino. I look forward to that.
Thank you so much, Tom. This is going to really make it easier for me instead of me standing like a dictator over there counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, this is it. And you just try one little thing at a time and see if it works. And I'm sure this will work.
This
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for
Cheers,
your time.
No problem. Thank you.